This is Science Max, Experiments at Large. Science Max!
Try yours.
There you go.
What makes airplanes, or basketballs, or people fly? It's air. As well as a bunch of other things that we learn when we try to make a giant paper airplane.
So that didn't work.
All on this episode of Science Max, Experiments at Large.
Greetings, Science Maximites. Today, we're going to be looking at air. I know, it's kind of hard to look at air because it's invisible. But we can look at something that uses air to move. That's right, paper airplanes! Ha-ha! Ho-ho! Look out! Woohoo! Believe it or not, you can learn all kinds of science from paper airplanes. So let's build some. We are going to do a paper airplane which actually holds the Guinness World Record for the longest paper airplane flight. Pretty cool, huh? First, you fold the paper in half like this, but then you open it back up again, and then you fold in the corners like this. Now, don't worry if this is really, really fast because you have all the instructions on our website. Then you can fold the paper down like this, make sure it's about 2 centimeters from the bottom where the point is there, and then you fold the corners in just like you did before. But these ones are just guide folds. We use guide folds to help us fold other folds, basically. Now, we fold again using the guide fold lines you just made. And I like to call this fold the shirt collar fold because it sort of looks like a shirt collar when you fold it. Now, we fold again on the fold that you made before. Folds in like that and in like that. And now we fold the point down to touch the edges right like that. And this is a guide fold, so do it very strong. Unfold it. Now you fold it in half like this. And see that guide fold line that we made there? What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the tip and you're gonna fold it in to touch the guide fold line like that. And this is also a guide, and open it up. And here's the trickiest part. See how it's bent like that? You push it open like this, and this is called a pocket fold because you wanna make a little pocket and push it up against there. Fold it flat like this. Fold this tip down over there like that. Then fold it around the back side. Then fold the wings down like this and like this. And here's the extra special bit. We're gonna use some stabilizers on this plane. Fold up the stabilizers on the ends of the wings and ta-da, the Sky King paper airplane fold. Now, as Science Maximites, you know that there's lots of ways you can learn how to fold paper airplanes. Get an adult and look up paper airplane designs on the internet, or take a book out of the library on how to fold paper airplanes. And of course, this isn't Science Max, Experiments at Large, if we don't max it out. So that's right, we're gonna make a giant paper airplane. I'm going to the Ontario Science Centre to do just that. Uh-oh, that's never good.
Whoa, Phil, I'm so sorry. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, Justin. I never know where the portal's gonna spit me out. This is the Science Center, right?
Well, that's right. In fact, you've landed in our paper airplane laboratory.
This is what happens to me, Justin. I make a paper airplane, I fold it perfectly, but then it flies like that, or it does that, and I don't know how to fix it.
Okay, well, that will happen. But you know what? There are really only 3 ways your paper airplane can fly, and I can teach you how to control each and every one of them.
Great, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Science Max presents How to Fly Your Paper Airplane. Is your paper airplane spinning around and around? Well, that's what you call roll, chum. Roll is what you call it when any plane moves like this or like this. Here's how to fix it. Bend up the back of one wing to create more lift on one side, and it'll balance out. Happy days.
Okay, so let me try mine.
What's that? Your airplane goes straight up or straight down? Sounds like you have a problem with pitch. Sorry, pitch. Pitch is when your airplane moves like this or like this. To fix it, bend the ends of both wings up if you pitch down, or down if you pitch up. Adding a weight to the nose also helps if you've got a problem with high pitch. High pitch.
Great, great, your turn.
All right, here we go.
Is your plane turning this way or that way? Yeah. Yeah? No. Yeah. Yeah is when your plane moves like this or like this. To fix it, bend the back of the plane like the rudder of a boat.
Okay, great. Let me try mine.
Not bad. You
bad.
try yours.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
You know what? Are you ready to build a giant paper airplane?
I think I am.
Fantastic. I just need to get one more expert. I will be right back.
Cool.
Hey, David, how you doing?
Hey, good.
Good. So David's going for his Masters of Applied Science.
In aerospace science and engineering.
So you know all about planes.
I do.
Great.
Yeah.
So what does this have to do with planes? What is this?
So this is a water channel, and it allows us to test airplanes in it before we put them in the sky.
Great. We'll have my airplane, and we'll just put it in here, and we'll test it.
Please, it's made of paper.
Yeah?
And in the water, it becomes soggy.
Well, how do we test our paper airplane if we can't put it in the water?
Well, this is a classic airfoil shape.
Yes. Now, is that what you call it, airfoil?
An airfoil, yeah. So the cross-sectional shape of a wing is called an airfoil.
Okay.
And that's what generates the lift. Fortunately, air and water are both fluids, so they behave in the same way. I could push ink into the water, and that's going to allow us to see how the fluid flows over the aircraft. So if you tilt its nose up a little bit, you'll be able to see that the shape of the airfoil is actually pushing the water downwards.
Oh, yeah, you're
And-
right. The ink doesn't go straight. It
Yeah,
follows the wing
follows
down.
the shape of the wing down, and we have a lower pressure on the top of the wing and a higher pressure on the bottom of the wing, which pushes it upwards.
Right, and
generating lift.
that creates lift.
Exactly.
So do you guys use this all the time in aerospace?
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty
Absolutely.
neat. So, are you ready to design an even bigger plane, a giant paper plane?
I'm confident we can do a good job.
I am excited about it. Let's do it right now. The big paper's over this way. This way. Okay.
Here's the plan. Take a giant piece of paper and fold the exact same airplane we did in the lab. The small one flew. The large one should too, right? Well, let's find out.
I believe we are ready to make our giant paper airplane. All we need is a giant piece of paper! Woo! Okay, be very careful getting off it. Woo! All right, let's fold it. Nose on that side. Okay.
Remember, we're folding the exact fold we did in the lab, only on a larger scale.
We have a tape malfunction down here.
But it's a lot harder to do with a giant piece of paper.
Fantastic. That's pretty good.
There.
Perfect.
Yeah. Giant paper airplane! Ha ha!
This doesn't look too much like an airplane.
No, it's way too floppy.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe it just like when I throw it, maybe it'll catch the winds, and then the wings will come up like that.
Yep. Maybe.
Like, you know, I'll just.
Give it a try, Phil.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a try. Giving it a try. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, here we go. Wow. What do you think?
Oh man.
I think we can make some improvements.
It sort of felt like a bed sheet. I feel if I just threw my lab coat, it'd probably look. Let me just see. Okay, ready? Yeah, it looks pretty much the same, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, I didn't know this, but when you fold paper that big, it sort of behaves like fabric.
Yeah, very, very floppy.
Very floppy. What if we supported the plane, like we put struts or something in it, like this stick? If we put it on the wings, it'll stop it from being so floppy.
Right, and you can tape it on.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
We need bigger sticks.
Yeah.
Really lightweight.
Like foam.
Yeah,
stuff?
and like hollow tubes.
Hollow tubes. Good.
tubes.
Good. So we'll put a whole bunch on there. We'll tape them on so that it doesn't flop around.
Yeah.
We'll try it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we got
Yeah.
something.
Okay, great. Let's go.
All right.
Bernoulli's theorem states that faster moving air has lower pressure than slower moving air. You can demonstrate this yourself with a ping pong ball and a hairdryer. You put the ping pong ball on the stream of air from the hairdryer, and because it's moving quickly, it has lower pressure than the air around it. So the low pressure air works sort of like a force field, and you can defy gravity with your floating ping pong ball. Awesome! But of course, this is Science Max Experiments at Large, so we have to max it out with a giant hairdryer and a giant ping pong ball. Sorry, I said science! You probably couldn't hear me because of the...
So, our giant paper airplane turned out to be really floppy. When paper is that large, it doesn't hold together very well. What we're going to do is take foam and long sticks and tape it to the large paper airplane wherever we need to give it support. So, here, and here, here, and a bunch there, and maybe some over there. Well, it turned out we needed to reinforce in a lot of places.
There, and then that. Great, look at that. It's not even flopping around, it stands under its own weight. Huh?
There's a whole bunch of stuff on it. I don't know if it's gonna fly so well.
Oh, it's gonna be, well, I mean, I have to put the stuff on it so it doesn't flop around.
But there's like really a lot of stuff.
Well, I needed this foam to reinforce this foam, and then I needed the cardboard to reinforce both of those.
Phil, there's a giant hole in the wing.
Well, I can fix that. Just move your head, and then I'll just...
Phil, there's a lot of stuff on here.
There.
But like it's really a lot.
Problem solved.
Guys, let's just fly it.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah, let's do it, let's do it. All right.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Maiden voyage of the Mark II giant paper airplane. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. So it went about 3 feet. So that didn't work.
I told you, too much stuff.
You did. He told me that.
He said that.
He said that.
What we need is something that's stiffer without as much stuff on it.
But the paper, it's too floppy, so you have to put the stuff on.
Right.
How about some cardboard? Cardboard's nice and stiff, and technically it's paper.
You're right, cardboard. Let's make it out of cardboard.
Yeah.
Cardboard, all right. Oh, yeah, it's over here. Tornadoes are giant weather systems that cause the air to go around and around. Tornadoes can be pretty dangerous, but they don't happen that often. Here's how you can make your own small pet tornado you can play with at home. Because air and water behave similarly, we can make a water tornado. You spin it around, get it going, and ta-da, your very own pet tornado. Here's how you do it. You take two 2-liter plastic bottles and fill one with water and some blue food coloring, is what I like to do, and then tape the mouths of the bottles together. You might need an adult to help you with this because you want to make sure the bottles are perfectly aligned. Then flip it over, spin it around to get it going, and voila, your very own pet tornado. Awesome. And now we're gonna max it out with a giant tornado chamber. Hey, Michaela.
Hey, Phil.
So this is your giant tornado. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So I made one with plastic bottles and water, but this one uses air, just like real tornadoes do in the wild.
That's right.
So how does this work?
Well, here we have a platform, but underneath that there's a fog machine that's pushing the fog up. And we've created an updraft because there's a fan at the top that's pushing air out of the top. And also we're trying to mimic the intense winds you'd get from a tornado with these pillars that are shooting out air in this direction.
So it goes around in a circle.
Yeah, in real life, tornadoes are pretty rare. You need a perfect set of conditions to see them. You need warm, humid air and cold, dry air, and as well as some intense winds that you usually get from thunderstorms.
Science! If I was to drop this light basketball and this heavy workout ball at the same time, which do you think will hit the ground first? Let's find out. They landed at the same time. That's because everything falls at the same rate. It doesn't matter how heavy or how light something is. Until things are falling fast enough that air friction or drag starts to play a factor. Soon, things reach their top speed. This top speed is called terminal velocity. It means I could throw this basketball from an airplane and it might not be going any faster than if I threw it from, say, 10 stories up. I'm gonna find out what the terminal velocity is for both of these objects when we max this out. Ninja science roll!
Here's how terminal velocity works. Everything falls at the same rate, going faster as gravity pulls it down. But when things start going so fast that just pushing through the air at that speed creates as much force as the pull of gravity, things reach a top speed and they won't go any faster. How heavy something is and how much air it pushes both play a factor in its top speed. And that top speed is called terminal velocity.
How cool is that? I'm at iFly Toronto. This is a giant wind tunnel, and they've got the wind going fast enough that they can't fall any faster. It's the terminal velocity for a human being. I'm gonna take our weighted ball and our basketball and place them both here in the wind chamber. This is the control panel, which is what they use to control the wind speed inside the chamber. And this is Derek, who's gonna be operating it. And that is Mike and Greg, and they're inside the chamber. All right, let's fire it up.
All right, firing it up.
35, 58, nothing happening yet. This number here is the one we're looking at to see how fast the air is moving. 86, something's starting to happen. Oh, 89, wind speed of basketball, 89 kilometers an hour.
At 89 kilometers per hour, the wind is going fast enough that the friction of the wind and the pull of gravity balance out, making the basketball float. This means you could throw a basketball out of an airplane and it would never go any faster than 89 kilometers per hour.
All right, let's keep increasing the speed. 106, 124 kilometers an hour, 140, 150. Oh, 166, almost. 172, whoa. Wind speed of the heavy red ball, 173 kilometers an hour.
Because the red ball is heavier than the basketball, we need a lot more wind speed to counteract the force of gravity before they cancel out and the ball floats. Here's something else that's going on that's cool. Mike is flying, but Greg is not. That's because Mike is lying down, which means he's catching a lot more wind than Greg is, who's standing straight. If Mike stays lying down, his terminal velocity is the same as the red ball, 173 kilometers per hour. But Greg's velocity would have to be a lot faster.
And that's science!
So the giant paper airplane hasn't been working so well. The problem is paper can't hold up its own weight when it's that large. Cardboard is much stronger than paper, so we've decided to rebuild the plane out of cardboard.
All right, Phil, hoist it up.
Then we take it to the roof of the Science Center and see if we can get it to fly.
Oh. Woo! There you go. Our Mark III model paper airplane. Now, I know it's made out of cardboard, but cardboard is technically paper, and it's the only thing strong enough to hold a plane of this size together. We even had to put some poles in so the wings still wouldn't flap, but we're pretty confident this is gonna work. Okay.
All right, Phil, we're in position.
Now, don't try this at home. Our roof has a big wall on the edge. Your roof does not. Our first attempt didn't go so well. Looks like we have a bit too much pitch. Our second attempt still had a bit too much pitch. Time to add some weight to the nose.
We added some clips to the front to give it a little bit more weight on the nose, which is important. Although at this point, I kind of wish there was less weight. Whoa, okay, all right.
work best, but I know what you're thinking. Why didn't it sail through the air like a normal paper airplane does? Well, that's because the other thing heavy planes need to fly is thrust. So we could put an engine on our plane, but then we'd have to use something stronger than cardboard, and well, pretty soon we'd have an actual plane. But this isn't about making a full-size plane. This is
Largest paper airplane I've ever thrown! Woohoo! Hey, you guys are great! The plane is great! Thank you very much for watching Science Max Experiments at Large. Where were the stairs? Yeah. Oh, never mind, I found them.